over on you. The person that's buying, they're trying to get the best deal they can for their money. The person that's selling, they're trying to get over on you. And they're trying to get as much money out of you and give you the least amount of product, you know, for you. So now go to Proverbs 27 and 2.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 27 verse 2. As a nail sticketh fast between the joinings of the stones.
Right, so if you take a nail and you stick it between these two stones that are tightly fit together and you bang that nail in, that nail is solid, it ain't moving. So as a nail sticketh fast between the joining of the stones, go ahead.
So doth sin stick close between buying and selling.
So does sin stick close between buying and selling. So whenever there's a situation to buy and sell, there's always room for corruption. And that's why these international bankers are doing what they're doing, because basically they're the wicked, they're the Edomites. They can't help it. They're greedy. They can never have enough. They can never have enough substance. They can never attain enough. Matter of fact, brother, get that. Psalm 73, and then get the one in Habakkuk. Yep. Psalm 73 and
start at let me start on top.
All right, start at the start at 7.
Okay. This is Psalms chapter 73 verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lawfully.
Right, so it said their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. Look, man, the liquidity, I'm going to use a $50 word, the liquidity of these devils. I mean, the amount of money. Hey, brother, if you got a point, if you got something to say, brother, jump in anytime. The amount of substance and the amount of things that these devils possess is far beyond your measly comprehension. They don't get $100, $200, $300 paychecks doing menial task jobs. They are liquid, meaning that whatever they own is substance that you could never imagine to ever even accomplish in your lifetime. So read that again.
Con. It says, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish.
They have more than heart could wish. Go ahead.
They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression.
Right, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. Because if you can't pay, if you got a bad deal, you can't complain. Who are you going to go complain to? They give you these FRNs that are not good, and what are you doing?
Yeah.
You can't go and complain to them. Because the bottom line, if you go and complain to them, you might get hurt.
Yeah.
And like my man Aaron Russo, and look, I don't say you don't pay your taxes, because if you don't pay your taxes, you might get hurt.
Yeah.
Because they basically they're gangsters, man.
Yeah.
They call them banksters. Because they have owned a monopoly on the world, and the Lord gave them that power. And what are they doing with that power? They're abusing it.
That's right.
And although we know that they're the wicked, they're Esau, but they have the opportunity to do the right thing. But if you really want to get technical, they don't, because they really don't have no such thing as free will.
Yeah, who's resisted?
Who has resisted the power of the Most High? You can't resist the power of the Most High. You're going to do what the Most High tells you to do.
At the end of the
All right,
day,
now go from there to Habakkuk real quick.
2 and
5.
Habakkuk.
Habakkuk, potato.
Chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine.
That's their philosophies.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Now, since the so-called white man has been on the planet, they never kept at home. Why? Because that goes back to Cain.
Yep.
A vagabond and a fugitive shall they be. Really, a vagabond. Let's deal with the part of the vagabond. A vagabond is a wanderer. It's not of a homeless person or a bum on the streets. A vagabond is a wanderer. So from way back then, the Most High put that curse on them. So they can't stay still in one place. They got to keep going forward. And when they go forward, they don't just go somewhere and be there and be content with just living. They got to rip your ass off. Go ahead.
Right. It says, he is proud, a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Who enlarges his desire as hell, or as the grave. Because the grave is never full. People always die, right? They die left and right every day. So the grave is never full. So they're never full. So no matter how much money, the more money they get, the more money they want. Go ahead.
Right. It says, and is as death.
Never full. Go ahead.
And cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Right, and heapeth unto him all people. You know, so basically they keep taking and bringing in, and because they can't help it, they're the devil. So this FRN that you got out there is based off of nothing. They're making printing money out of nothing. Now, if you got something, bring it out. We'll go from there to the book of Deuteronomy 25:13 to 16. You know, because when you so-called, when you Edomites, we'll use the code. When you Edomites took over this side of the world, or really the world, period, you claimed that you were following the scriptures. That's what the Most High said. What had the wicked to do to declare my statutes, or that he should take my instructions in his mouth? You know, you don't like instructions. You don't like to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, but you try to use it to forward your agenda to fool the minds of the people. But there's certain people out there and certain men out there like us that are not fooled by your BS.
That's right.
The Lord said he has 7,000 men that have not bowed the knee to Baal. So you devils, you're not going to get to everybody. You're only going to get to the ones the Most High doesn't want. And you Rothschilds and you Rockefellers and you other international bankers out there, get ready for your demise. Get ready for slavery. Doesn't matter what you do or who you pay off, you're not going to get out of your judgment, because it's already set in stone. So you're going to pay. It doesn't matter if you don't want to pay. It doesn't matter if you pay people off to distort the truth and to stop these sites and the internet from bringing out the truth. You're going to pay, because the Most High already set it in stone. So you're going to pay. You're going to be the first ones that go into slavery. You're going to be the first one to taste of slavery. Look, go back and watch reruns of Saddam Hussein being brought out of that cave, all fucked up and disheveled, and his hair all crazy looking, and all that dirt and dust on him. That's what you're gonna look like when we go down there and pull your ass out of them shelters, man. You're gonna be all fucked up. All right, go ahead, brother.
Right. Verse
Deuteronomy 25 and 13.
Back in 13. Salaki. It says, Thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights,
Yep.
a great and a small. Thou shalt not have in thine house diverse measures,
Yep.
a great and a small. But thou shalt have a perfect and just weight, a perfect and just measure shalt thou have, that thy days may be lengthened in the land which the Lord thy power giveth thee.
Read to 16.
For all that do such things, and all that do unrighteously, are an abomination unto the Lord thy power.
Right. So basically, they are an abomination unto the Lord thy power. So this is laws. These are laws that were given to Israel. But when you put your grubby paws on the Bible, that applies to you now. You know,
Sure.
you said that in God you trust. You picked up the Bible in 1983 and in different other years throughout history. You have to proclaim the Bible to be the law of the land. So now you are held responsible for the things that are written in this book, which you're not going to keep. You know, all right, now. Yeah, you had something to say, brother?
Just like Cain, because Cain knew the sacrifice, but
That's it.
he didn't choose to follow the Most High's law, so the Most High dealt with him.
That's beautiful. You know, I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to understand that.
Yeah, this is true.
But if the Lord is working with you, then you're gonna get it.
Yeah.
You know? All right, so now, you know what? I'll take a quick look at this term inflation and hyperinflation. And we'll be right back. All right, so let's take a look at this word inflation here on online etymology dictionary. You know, we give these sites out to you brothers out there, sincere brothers as part of the elect. You know, but we know we're gonna have them devils that steal information. You know, come and go to these sites and use it for their own benefit. But that's okay, because the scriptures say, Paul said it. He said, whether in sincerity or in pretense, Yahushua is preached. You know, so with that said, let's deal with this definition of inflation.
Inflation, mid-14th century. Swelling caused by gathering of wind in the body. Flatulence.
Right, that's wind. And really that's what it is. It's a wind that catches inside the body, and that's where you get the bloating from.
It makes it bigger than what it really is.
Exactly. But now what we're going to do is we want to jump down to the monetary sense of the word. Right here.
All right. It says monetary sense of enlargement of price.
Now the enlargement of prices is not the prices going up. It's the value of the dollar going down, which makes what's the word I'm looking for?
Deflate.
No, a symptom of the devaluing of the dollar is what you know as inflation, or prices going up. So when the dollar goes down, one of the symptoms that you see, that you know that the value of the dollar or the money is going down, is the rising of prices. That's one of the symptoms.
The cost of living goes up.
Right, the cost of living goes up. You know, the price of rice and bread and certain staple foods that you need for your everyday life goes up. And it's not the prices going up, it's the value of the dollar going down. Go ahead.
Monetary sense of enlargement of prices, originally by an increase of amount of money in circulation.
Right, and that's exactly what it is. Originally by an increase in the amount of money in circulation. So if you have $1,000 in circulation, that $1,000 is holding your economy together. That governs what type of money you have and what type of prices are going to be produced throughout your society.
Yep.
Now, when you add more money into the pot, when you make that $1,000 $2,000 and you put it into circulation, it makes that first $1,000 valued at half of what it was. So what you were able to buy for, let's say, $1 at one point, when you take that money and you stick it in the economy, get that extra $1,000. Now that same thing that you bought for $1 now costs you $2. Not because the prices are going up, but because of the value of the money that you have is going down. And that's what inflation is all about. All right, now what I do is deal with the term hyperinflation. Now this is what hyperinflation is. Hyperinflation law and legal definition in US Legal or uslegal.com, which they go off on certain things, you know, because I looked up inflation and they basically went totally off. You know, they're saying it's the price is going up. That has nothing to do with it. That's a symptom of inflation. But, you know, that's something else. So hyperinflation definition is what?
Hyperinflation refers to a condition in which prices increase extremely and rapidly as a currency loses its value.
Right, so that means that the price of something goes up and it keeps climbing and doesn't stop. It just keeps climbing. That's why even when you go back to the Weimar Republic, the Deutschmark at one point, it was being devalued so much that if you went to go eat something, or if you went to go purchase something, if you went into a store to buy something, you didn't. It wasn't a set price. The price that you had to pay was the price when you were walking out the door. If you went to eat a meal, the meal might have been worth $100,000. By the time you were finished, it might have been $200,000. So there was no set price. You just have a menu without prices. So that's basically what hyperinflation is. Hyperinflation refers to a condition in which prices increase extremely and rapidly as currency loses its value. Go ahead.
Right, Slaki. All right, now it says
the state
of inflation would be out of control. It may cause instability and chaos in the society. It may act as a cause for increases in crimes.
So that's why No, this dollar being devalued is going to cause what? An increase in crimes and chaos out here in the street.